Folks, so welcome back. So I've had a little bit more time to work on the little drum sander here, and getting it in real good shape right now. Real happy with the way this turned out. So I just thought I'd shoot you a little update video just to show you just where I'm at with it. So the last video there I was showing you how stable this table is, and it even makes it more stable the more melamine, just a little bit of weight on this. So I've added a couple more layers here to bring this up. So now if I wanted to, I could take these two screws out, and then I could take one sheet out, and then I'd have another one to take out. So that would give me another 1.5 inches of clearance. And right now I've got it set at about you know, 1 inch or something like that. And then it'll actually go down more too. So I haven't really figured out just what I can get through this, but more than enough thickness for what I want to use it for. So you can see now I've got the rollers spring loaded too. As you look there, I can stick this stick in there, and they're spring loaded now. And you know, even without having these covered with sandpaper now, if I started in underneath, you can see that it'll easily pull it through until it reaches the head there, and then it stops, of course. But so I've just got to get some sandpaper covering these now, and then and on the head, of course, too. So you're probably wondering, how did I do it? Well, what I'll do then is I'll take the top off of this and just show you the mechanism I used. I actually changed. I didn't end up using that little lever part that I was talking about. You know, I'd work on the kitchen for a while, and then I'd go over and stare at this thing for a while, and then I'd work on the kitchen, and then I'd stare at it for a while, and then finally came to me how I could do this. And what I'll do, without talking anymore, is take the top off it now. And show you just how I did it. So it's probably taking me longer to do the video than it has for near to do this. I think this is about take number 4 on this video, so hopefully this one will make it to you. So so the way that I did this, you've probably seen them little springs that I had in one of the earlier videos. Well, all I did is drilled a 5/8 hole in the end of this MDF, and then just stuck that spring in there. And then I've created a pocket for that to set in and run in by putting the top on. It holds it tight, so now when I pull up on the roller, or when pressure gets put to it, it would raise up like that, pushing pressure against that spring. So that spring, it's a pretty stiff little spring too. I think they were like 80 cents a piece is what I paid for them. So I got one of them in each corner. And then with the drum, the way that I did it, I actually cut a slot the same way, and I'll show you the reason why here in a minute. And then in the drum, I've actually got a solid piece screwed in very well in place. And I think I'm going to change that little block to hardwood as well. And probably, yeah, change it to hardwood. And maybe even round the corners over on it. It's just, I just stuck this together just in a few minutes, kind of a prototype. So, you know, I'm going to make changes as I go. So the reason why I wanted to have the slots, and the way that I cut them slots, I'll just show you a little jig that I made right here. So I'll take this and turn it sideways. So the way that I did this is I made this jig up and just cut a 35mm hole in the right spot, and then I just screwed it right to the side of this machine, and just cut these out with a flush trim bit. And then you can see you can see that little block sits down and runs on the bearing and holds it down. Well, in the center, I've got actually a solid block, and the reason why, I'll show you right now, is now I can take this side piece off with just a few screws, and I'll change these two. I want to add a little bit longer ones. Like I said, this is just stuck together right now, but believe it or not, it's strong enough that I think it would work just the way it is. So then I can take this block out, and you can see that block comes with it. It can stay the other, and then I can take this side off. So then, the reason why I've got it this way, or the reason why I like it this way too, is with my other machine, it's a real pain in the butt to change the drum, change the sandpaper on the drum. Well, now, with just kicking out a few screws, I'm going to be able to take my drum right out. I could change and put new sandpaper on it, and then just slide it right back in. Just a couple of screws holding it together on the sides is going to get it back together, you know, and then I'll be back in action. So this is just, like I said, just an update video. Now what I got to do is get my sandpaper on, and get some pulleys, so I can have this so it'll feed, and then get a motor on it, and maybe do some work on some dust collection too. So you guys keep tuning in. Hopefully you're liking my videos. Hopefully you'll take the time to push the like button and keep tuning in. So thanks for watching.